Hey guys, welcome back to a new video of Blackmire. Today's video is a little bit long again, but it's worth the watch, I hope. I'm doing a sewer system in this video, which is it's not gonna have anything to do with the sewer dog ride that I'm gonna make. This is just because I just felt like I needed to start on this area and kind of just get it finished, so I don't have to look inside of this mountain again. And I had no idea, first of all, what I wanted to do, because the first thing I wanted to do in here was basically a inside city too, but I just felt like I just couldn't handle making more buildings for now. So I went with this instead. And the purpose of this sewer system here is kind of like, I felt like that this sort of sewer system here would be quite proper for this sort of industrial steampunk town. And since it's like below the water, I feel like that I could make this sort of where all the water comes and meet. This is in this little particular area here, and I know it's probably it's dirty water that's gonna come down here, of course. So it's not very healthy wise, but let's just say that they don't drink the water in Blackmire. Definitely the one that is in this water, but nevertheless, maybe I can make some sort of a what is that called? No, I don't want to say that word because I don't even know if it's true or if it's right. So, but like, you know, a place that cleans the water and kind of like, yeah, something like that. But that's not really anything I've thought about, because for now I just wanted it to fill out this area. So what I did was I kind of went with the same idea and method as I did the hangar, where I took the adventure blocks and kind of colored them a little black white color. So right now it's super repetitive, the texture you see, but with more scenery pieces added on, which you will see me do, it's gonna look way better than it does now. It's super hideous right now and it doesn't look of a lot, but the more I add to this place in here, the better it looks. And I must say that I had no idea that it was gonna look like this when I finish it. You will see it, of course, guys, in the cinematics at the end. But I think this is some of the best things I've done in Blackmire so far, and this definitely got me in the mood to make that dog ride, which I want to make, that is below the main ground where the industrial area is. So this is kind of like for the mountain, and then we're also gonna make something for the main land, which is probably not gonna be a super big one, but at least just give like the spooky ambience and a little bit sewer vibe. So what you guys will see me do here today is probably something that's gonna be a little bit repetitive when I make the dog ride, but still with a little bit of other changing things that's gonna change, of course, because this is super wide and we have two boats sailing in here. So the dog ride I'm gonna make for the Cascade one is gonna be super different, but still have sort of this kind of vibe to it as well. So you guys are gonna get a little taste of how the sewer dog ride is gonna look whenever I start on it. What you see me do here is, after I kind of place down all these walls here, I felt like that the top needed some trim work. So what I'm doing here is that I just use the coaster supports and kind of like just put them on the top roof in the ceiling here, because as soon as I start adding stuff all the way around, you get the vibe more and more. And of course I do that thing you see here, where I am making an arch of the Victorian arches, I think they're called, and just making a water system going through it. And I basically do this in the entire sewer. So I have cut some stuff out, so you guys don't see me just place down the same thing here, and more about the detailing part, which is the more funnier part for me, especially in this video, because this was it wasn't on my, how do you say, like, I had a groove, of course I had, but I really didn't, I don't know, I was kind of like in a, I was in doubt if this was any good at all when I first started it, after I only had that hideous wall. So I took a long look at it. And before I even started adding stuff, I kind of imagined how I wanted it to be in my head. And it came okay. I gotta say though, that I'm satisfied. And I will probably not ever go back to this down here, because I really feel like that this is finished now in this video. And I just really like the turnout of this. And as I said, the hideous wall was kind of a little bit difficult to hide away, but the more pieces and things I added on it, the more I liked it, and I just kept on going in that direction. So yeah, I'm playing around a little bit too with the water. I found a better way to use some water here in these, since the little water sprout sprays the water out, so it actually goes like below the sewer, and I wanted it to sprout to like come out of when it ends and not like clip through it. So I found another way of doing that, which you also will see later on, where I use I think it's the waterfall, no, one of them that I can place, and it just works way better than this water sprout thing does. So yeah, here I'm just trying to add some trim work, because as I said, I still felt like the wall here was super hideous. So I just went in and tried to do whatever I could to kind of give it a more raw look, or metal look, or how you say. And I was also in a little bit of a dilemma in how you say, like, I didn't know if I should keep the sewer here down like super clean, or if I should just make it like super dirty. But I kind of find a middle way through it all. Some places are busy and some places are more clean, and yeah, you will see all that stuff, guys, the further we go to the video. But what I did first here is that I just took this first side on the left side first, kind of like to get an idea and a vibe on how I wanted it to look. And after that, I basically just duplicate the side. But of course I can't duplicate it because it's two different shapes it has. But I mean is that I basically make the other side almost identical with the left side. Depends on where you look at it from here now, of course. But and of course I add a little bit of a few assets more, and a door, and I'm just making this sewer look super alive, even though that it's mainly just where you pass it through with the boat ride. And yeah, nevertheless, I'm super stoked about this, and I really think it's an amazing addition to Blackmire. I know you don't see it on the outside, but it's always nice to have something to look at when you actually are entering the mountain as well. You don't really know that this is gonna come as soon as you're on the boat ride, until you actually get inside and you see the sewer system here, which is awesome in my head. I also do a little bit of I do try all kinds of stuff here, guys, but mainly just trying to get both sides equally same in that way, as I said, so it doesn't, like, there's not too much different things going on down here, that this is just basically what it is for, a sewer system, and you pass it with the boat ride. And one thing that is super cool now, as I think, is that I have 2 tracks in here. So both boats come each sides, and sometimes they actually meet up in here too, which makes it a super cool experience, especially in the dark too, where they have that little light on, and it just looks super cool. I even have some cinematic shots in nighttime for you too, guys, because I feel like that this sewer looks way cooler in nighttime than it does in daytime, because of all the, you know, the sewer vibe it has. I really like it. It's so nice. But anyways, guys, there's not a lot more to say right now than me just detailing everything I can here basically in this sewer, and just, yeah, it's mainly just a lot of the same things I do here the next minutes here. So I will come back to you guys after a song or two and talk a little bit more, and yeah, see you soon, guys. Bye. Alright guys, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the music. You have seen me decorate a little bit, and also the entrance, where there are two entrances. You saw me start a little bit on it with the arches, and I was not really thinking about what I was gonna do with the entrance to the boat ride, because on this side where we're building now, we have like this sort of port or gate, which I will put some triggers on, and then have all the rotating wheels and all that stuff like starting to rotate, and then we will get the gate up. But I have to like kind of manage, schedule it with the other boat ride that comes from the other side, so it doesn't go down. Because as I said, there is a time on it where both boat ride or both boats come from each side. So it would be cool if we could kind of like make it stop and make it look like the gate is opening, and then it goes in, and also from the other way around. So that's mainly just the thing that I'm gonna do. If I will come back to it, it's not mainly something to do with the inside. It's mainly the track. I have to pause the track too, where they come, and kind of like wait for the gate to open as well. All that kind of stuff. So there's still something to do here, but scenery wise, I'm finishing it off. This is actually something Floss mentioned to me that would be kind of cool. I don't know, she probably had something else in mind. But I kind of like the idea of having this sort of a wheel in the sewer here that kind of like just gives it some sort of a mechanical movement, and also kind of like it feels like it's doing something with the water, and I kind of feel like felt like that was a nice addition too, here to end off the sewer with this sort of water wheel here. And then I just kind of made it look a little bit more mechanical with all the rotating wheels, and put some boilers on it, so it kind of felt like it was iron in some way. Because if we could color that water wheel to another color, it would be amazing, but unfortunately not. So I just have to improvise and kind of just give it some iron bits here and there to kind of like make it feel like yeah, that's metal. Something like that. But yeah, I just kind of went with it, and just felt like this could just be some sort of mechanical movement down here, and I kind of like it. I must say it adds something to it down here, and it might not have such a nice function. I don't even know what it's supposed to do, but let's just say that it kind of makes the water flow. Let's just say it like that. And nevertheless, I'm happy that I kind of made it look like this, and also for Floss for kind of like putting the idea into my head. So there was a little extra thing that I just felt like it did a lot. It did something to it for sure. And what you see me do here is that I'm going back to the little arch thing, because I felt like that I needed to make it look pretty on the inside too. So I kind of went with it and kind of made it fade in with the wall too. So so you really don't see that these bricks here are kind of like turned in another way or some sort. But nevertheless, it does gives a nice vibe with these sort of arches. And something I kind of I thought it was a little bit funny. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have the vintage pack, to be honest. I don't even know if I would have started Blackmire. That pack has for sure rescued my thoughts and ideas and creativity and whatnot with Blackmire itself. I don't really think that a lot of the other packs are super used here in this park, because I mean those Victorian fences are just amazing. Not only for this, but just for everything basically, and I just freaking love that piece. It is so good. It's amazing what you can do with a piece that is basically made for a fence. So yeah, but I'm just super happy that we got those pieces, and they have definitely become some of my favorite pieces. The arches and the Victorian, and even those scaffolding here, which I don't think is actually vintage. They're just basically just they were for an update, I think. I'm still just adding those detail, guys. I felt like here that it looked a little bit weird having the wall, the hideous wall going into the brick wall here. So I feel like I needed to make it look more that it faded in, and I kind of did that here, where you see I kind of like made a little trim work, and it looked way better now, if I have to say it myself. And I don't know if I will make small boats, because I think that's gonna be very tedious work for me. So maybe I'll just go big and maybe make a bigger boat and have it like maybe duplicate it, have one or two around the waters here, because I feel like the water is still a little bit empty when you come outside of this cave here, or the sewers. So definitely need some work, or some boats of some sort, steampunk boats. If you guys have any steampunk boat references, send them, no, not send them, put them in the description below, guys. Maybe that will give me some inspiration, and maybe get me a good mojo going for some, because I've struggled a little bit of finding some very nice steampunk boats. I have those from the Dishonored game, which I really like, but I don't think maybe one of them will fit good in this park. But I don't think all of them is super suitable for Blackmire. I was struggling a lot with the lighting. As you saw a little bit, I didn't know exactly what I was gonna do with it. So I felt like, what if I just make my own kind of lamppost here, and kind of make it place it around the water, so it goes with the sewer and with the boat ride, and kind of just light up where it's supposed to lit up. Because we all know a sewer is dark, so it's not like we're gonna make it like shine up with a lot of colors. I kind of like the dim lighting it gets now, also when we place these lights here. And you may think that these lights is gonna light a lot up, but actually they don't. You will see in a nighttime some shots where you will actually see that it's actually just the right amount of light these custom lamppost here gives. And I'm super happy about that, because I was struggling a lot with it, since I didn't want it all the light to like shine up the entire sewer. And you also have like the daytime going like shining in from both sides, so it's basically just in the middle of it all that there is this sort of a little bit of dark light. But anyways, guys, I will give you guys one more track, and then I will come back and talk a little bit more before we end the video, guys. So enjoy, and I'll see you in a bit. Alright guys, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the music. We're at the last part here before we go to some cinematic shots here in a few minutes. And as I said, I did cut out a few stuff also, so the video didn't get too long even more, because I did record every piece of thing I placed down basically. So there's a lot of stuff cut it out, because as I said, it was mainly just me decorating each side, and I thought that some of the sewers should have water coming out and some should not, so it kind of gives it that little variation of sewers that have the water coming down and such. So I felt it was okay to do it like this. And yeah, as I said guys, I just detailed wherever I thought was okay for it to be, and there's basically detail every single where you look in here, but I kind of like it. And as I said, I wasn't sure if I was gonna go like super clean or if I should take it and like make it a little bit messier and all. So I did it a little bit of, I mingled it up a little bit. Some places are busy and some places have not a lot of detailing, and I think it goes well hand in hand. And yeah, I'm super happy on how this turned out. I had a sewer in mind when I started, and then I just had, okay, let's make a sewer first, and then afterwards make it steampunk. And I kind of feel like I hit a good spot here. And if you guys ever want a POV from the chairlifts or the boat ride itself, let me know guys, and I will record one for you, because now there's a little bit more stuff to look at. And I will of course just give you guys a little POV of the ride itself. Because I think now with this on, the boat ride has got a little bit more exciting, and also a little bit more of buildings on the mountainside as well and all. And as soon as we get some more boats filled into the water, I think we're good to go. And because I also want the water to be a little bit busy, as I said, with all kinds of different boats and all that stuff. But let's see how far we're gonna get with that part. For now, I'm actually, as I said, I took a little bit break from the mountain, because I feel like that was all I've been doing for the last 10 episodes or something, just been building on that. So I kind of felt like I needed to get a little bit away, so I just went below the mountain instead, and just tried to build this sewer system here. And remember guys, this is not going to be part of the dock ride that's also gonna be in the park. This is only just for the mountain side itself. But I think that even though some places are plain, that, I mean, for me, I wanted to put stuff there, but I also felt like maybe it was a little bit over the top to do there, to put scenery there, and yeah, everything was just a little bit crazy at some point. So I actually also deleted a few things, also some clips I cut it out, because I wasn't just really feeling it that much, to be honest. So but yeah, I'm just adding a little bit of things, you know. I really like to have the steam pumping out of some of the pipes, and just doing all that necessary stuff, you know, some mist coming up from the water too. And you see this thing I told you about, where I put out or removed the sprouts instead and used the little waterfall splash thing, and actually just lie them on the top of a line each other. Then it feels like the water is actually floating, and you don't get that thing where the water falls down before the pipe ends, which were kind of my goal. And I'm super stoked how that ended, and you guys will see that in the cinematics, of course. One thing I felt I missed in the end was this little thing. I felt like it needed a stairway going up. So I did this here, made a little stairway that kind of like goes up. I didn't want it to make it round, also because then it would clip with the boat, and I really didn't feel like going back in and do all kinds of stuff to the boat right now when I kind of built the sewer around the track. So it just ended up being this square, but it kind of gives the illusion of a fire escape, or like a ladder that goes up or down or whatever. You can go back and forth on it. That's the main part, right? So but yeah, guys, just here in the end, adding the last couple of detailing you see here. I think I'm actually adding a door, which is gonna be the last door too here. I think I built 3, because I really felt like that it needed something, like also that they could go in and out of. Kind of just make a normal sewer, which I just turned into steampunk basically. So, but anyways, guys, we're at the end here. I appreciate so much you guys for watching. Give me your thoughts on how you think it looks so far, and also the sewer here. And if you have any feedback, I would love to hear them, guys. Have an awesome day, guys, and yeah, enjoy the cinematics. See you in the next video. Bye, guys.